show.
Hey, Travis Mills and Ronnie Jones. How are you guys doing today?
Great, man. How are you?
Doing absolutely fantastic. One of the things that I've always loved about you, Travis, is that you create things that generate conversation. And Help, I'm in a Secret Relationship is exactly that. It is a conversation starter.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. It is definitely a group effort. I definitely couldn't do this without Ronnie. And, the fact that we get to travel around and help people, I feel like has definitely sparked some interesting conversations.
Well, even for you, Ronnie, I mean, when you go into something like this, you know that you're going in to help change people's lives, but it also has to have a reflection in your own life as well. What have you learned as a student of this?
Ooh, that's a great question. I learned that, communication is key. I when I was younger, I was not the best communicator. I was afraid of, rejection, afraid of speaking my mind. And as I grew, I realized that was not conducive to any type of relationship. So when I see these people, some young, some older, going through situations where they feel like they're being gaslit, it always brings back to the communication and the confidence to have tough conversations and the fear of possibly losing someone. So when I see these people, I empathize with them, and then I want to go back to my own relationship and friendships and just kind of lead with honesty and, communication about, things that I'm concerned about and things like that. So I would say just truly just being the best communicator that I can.
Now, Travis, a show like this, and it's only because you guys have always been so authentic with MTV viewers, it's so emotional. What, you have a doctor on call? Because I couldn't get through an episode without sitting down with somebody to listen.
There are definitely therapists on site for every single couple that we help. Because look, I mean, we're never trying to go, into a situation and leave people worse than we found them. Mm-hmm. Like the show title suggests, we're truly here to help, and so we always want to leave giving people, more resources, more tools, better communication skills. And, Ronnie and I, while I feel like we're extremely emotionally intelligent, at the end of the day, we're not therapists. And so we want to make sure that we have the best of the best available to everybody, that goes on this journey with us. What
do the eyes look like of those that you're with, Ronnie, when you're trying to convince them that you've got to forgive? Forgiveness has got to start somewhere. Because the shape of the eyes to me always change.
I think it's interesting because the people that we meet are at their wits' end, and you'd be surprised at how forgiving people actually are. These are people who have been hidden for years, and they're going through some horrible situations in terms of their relationships. And it is shocking to find out that people are very forgiving, but the person that's doing the hiding is just too afraid to be that vulnerable for fear of judgment. And I think, we go in there and to say that we just want to have an honest conversation, and we leave it up to them to decide what they want to do in their relationship or friendship or familial relationship. Do you want to remain close? Do you want to remain together? But we leave that kind of open to them to decide, because at the end of the day, our cameras pack up and go. Yeah. But I think for me, I'm surprised at how forgiving people truly can be. Yeah. And it's a testament to their relationship and to their love.
One of the subjects that keeps coming up, Travis, can love be with only one? How do you deal with that when that's right there in front of you?
Can love be with only one? What do you mean?
In other words, can it be with only one person? Because the subjects that you guys cover and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, it can be, it should be, it's written that it needs to be, but at the same time, you see what's going on in this country and around the world. It's not always with just one.
A relationship is a two-way street, right? Yes. And I think in order for someone to love somebody else, we've heard it time and time again. It sounds cliche, but it's true. You need to be able to love yourself. And oftentimes the people that are hiding these relationships, there's something in them that they can't accept and that they're not okay with, and that they're hiding, from everybody else, because they feel like if the truth were to come out, that people wouldn't want them. And so it really takes, doing some emotional inventory and doing some inner work for that truth to come out and for them to feel okay.
For the two of you, are there future episodes in those that you helped? In other words, Ronnie, what I'm talking about is that you on each episode we get the opportunity to go through the experience. But what about 5-10 years from now? I would love to hear those stories on how they continued to grow and it affected the other people around them.
Are you talking about people that we've already helped and kind of revisiting?
Yeah, I would love to go back.
That's a great idea.
A great idea, MTV. Like, it's a great idea. Because I've thought about it because we've based on the first season, like we've had people that stayed together, we've had people that did not stay together, and I'm curious as to what that looks like. What did their experience here inform their decisions in their other relationships? Are there red flags, flying high in their new situations and they know how to curtail it? Or did they stay together and grow and their communication is better? So I would love to, revisit the past relationships and to figure out where they stand. So maybe you could write something on our behalf or something. I don't know.
especially for this new season, right? Because the show's definitely expanded and we're not just focused on romantic relationships. I mean, we're kind of diving into family dynamics and, friendships, people who have had, friendships for over 20 years. And so I would love to kind of see, 6 months, a year down the road from the people that we're helping now. And look, we're still traveling around. We're literally getting on a plane tomorrow to fly to another state to go help someone. So if you're out there and you're listening to this and you feel like you need our help, hit us up.
Oh my God, the two of you are just the heartbeat of this nation. You know what we're thinking, you know what we're doing, and you start the conversation. Man, please come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
We appreciate it. Thanks for having us back.
You bet. You be brilliant today.
All right. Thank you.